Hey, what's up, Major Maggot? Welcome to the Peace Stream. It's not a stream, but it's on Patreon. I wanted to call it Peace Stream, Patreon stream. It's not. I'm just gonna be making some art. I made this character a little bit ago. Um, I just had to spend some time putting the textures back on. I made it the same way I did, just in Daz. And then I just added different textures, and then I made these like bulbous boots and leg warmers in Blender. A little goofy, but I thought it'd be fun. I was recently writing about Alfred Pietroni, who's this artist. Shall I look him up? Um, let's see if it comes up. Yeah, it makes these like very Resident Evil kind of, what was it? Maybe like very Silent Hill inspired work. Um, but like fashion, and I was quite interested in the idea of like making fashion, making clothes, and sort of the style that I have my characters in, and a way to incorporate those inspirations that I have from Silent Hill and sort of these like abject body horror things going on. Um, I don't know him as a person, but from what I've read, kind of douchey, but also what artist isn't, if we're being real. Um, okay, so I was just stuffing around. I don't know what exactly I wanted it to look like, but it's a burlap sack texture that I've just like put onto different parts and see what it would do. Because it kind of looked like a light camo, but it's like stained burlap. And then a bikini. I think this was like a rusted metal texture, like kind of grimy. I don't know. It's my first time doing that, so it looks goofy, but that's okay. I kind of have a vague idea of what I want to do. We're gonna give it hair, kind of thinking some kind of like long hair, maybe skullet situation. Because I really like making that, and also it's annoying to make. Um, I don't know. Making some hair is just kind of eh. All right. So I've already put this through Mixamo to make this like little animation. I might end up changing it just because you can see like it's kind of bending in a strange way, but I don't hate that. So um let's make some hair. It's not for anything in particular. I'm just trying to get back into working on things. Um Sort of in between figuring out what I'm doing for some of my projects. For my degree. So I'm doing my master's degree at the moment, but I've switched to just doing like one class at a time. It's probably not the best way to do it, but my capacity's been fucked for the last few years. Um, just with life, disability, dealing with shit. And then this, I thought that I'd have things together as I wanted to this semester and actually being there because I always miss so much uni. Not on purpose, just everything was always difficult. I'm not making sense. Basically, I have chronic pain, and the flare ups can be so severe that I've landed in hospital a lot. I think once this year, so it's not too bad. But before it was really, really bad. I finally got onto nerve pain medication, and I've been on that. But now my doctor is trying to. I've got a new doctor, and she's trying to lower it. And I'm like, okay. And then I had a fucked flare up again because of that. So anyway, but then yeah, so I wanted to go back to uni properly for this semester, just finished now. And I literally missed the entire fucking semester because of my health. And then my siblings' health also took a really bad turn. They were in hospital for a long time. Um, Thanks genetics, I guess. It's just shit. But that's life. I still passed, so that's cool. I was able to get my assignments done with some extensions, but I basically just did like a theory course where I wrote about a lot of artists and a lot of mainly artists. I didn't really do as much text as I wanted to. It was kind of the idea to try to do text heavy things this semester, but I guess I'll try to do that this coming up one. 'Cause I started reading a text that my supervisor, well, previous supervisor, I guess he might be my future one again, um, suggested was The Powers of Horror, an essay on objection by Julia Kristeva. I'm not doing anything yet. I keep talking. It's so fucking dense. Like I hate it, but also I get why. I suggested this, like I'm seeing some connections to be made to queer theory, which is kind of like I'm interested in how body horror can come into what I'm doing, which is something in like digital queer space and queer existence and avatars and something in them. Anyway, I'm trying to figure out where I want. I want to make like pigtails, maybe lower, make some low ones. I don't know what happened here. Maybe the thyroid's acting up. I had a scare of my thyroids recently. Maybe that's what I was thinking. Or it was an accident. Let's go maybe kind of here. And just trying to mark out where I want to put these tails. Oops. Anyway, this book's really fucking dense. I feel like that's every French theorist. I mean, most theorists, but I'm trying. But now I think maybe it's just not the time for me to read it. Like I'm getting bits from it, but I kind of struggle with reading sometimes, even with normal books. Um, this music's way too loud. Um, I want to get back into reading like sci-fi fantasy stuff. I feel like reading if I'm just stuck with some dense theory text, it starts to just feel like punishment. It's like not an enjoyable read. Not all theory, like reading a lot of queer theory, I feel like I don't struggle as much with it. But this one's very kind of flouty and into poetics, but also into like academic theory shit. So I don't know. Just trying to make it sort of this diamond-y shape. Maybe I'll just I don't know, something like that. Probably right. Try to do something similar over here. Probably won't be exact because I don't really care. Not fully sure what I want to do. I feel like because I've been trying to get into making this game for fucking ever. I keep saying that, but it's constantly in the stage of what am I actually making. So I'm working with my I just call him my brother, but it's my sibling's partner. Um, because he is more into game design and coding and things and has more knowledge in that area. Whereas I just have the ideas and the art and I don't know what I'm doing. trying to learn some stuff like about Unreal Engine. Um, tried Unity. That was rough. So don't know if I'll go with that. But I'm also thinking because it's not going to be done in time while I'm studying. I'm certain of that. I keep thinking I can do something small. Shit just keeps coming up. So I think I just have to deal with the fact that whenever I say that something like a project that I can get it done or a piece of it in time, life was always like, hey, you know your balls? Well, I just kicked the fucking shit out of them. So yeah. Um, so I guess just more long-term project. I do actually want to make some kind of proper interactive, like playable experience. So I make, oh, that's way too big. I make interactive VR works quite a bit, but they're not like ones that you're playing, kind of interactive in the way that you can move around the space and there's not much like interaction. So I want it to be interactive. In the same way that I work in Blender, where I move around in the scenes, I think it'd be interesting because I have a VR headset here. Um, I think it'd be interesting to work in the VR headset while I'm developing something and see how that actually feels rather than having to make something, export it, go through it. When you can do that in game engines, is you can connect your VR headset. I don't know how to do that if there's something with Blender. I just do it after the fact. Um, all right, that's good enough. Just gonna make a vertex group. Back of the head. Just assign. Take one side off. Left back. Sign. Okay, let's see what we can do with that. What I did with this. It's too late now. I'm already working with this. Um, you know what? They don't need to be perfect. That's fine. So adding a particle system with hairs. This will fuck your computer, usually. At least it used to from my other computers. There's tons of way to make hair. I just feel like doing it this way. Yeah, maybe I'll just keep that length. Mm. Yeah, I think it's just long-term projects. And in the meantime, I think if anything, I might be interested in making more like one of my favorite artists, Liu Yang, makes game films. Like actually, yeah, I can go to their website. Like I was just writing about. I mean, they do like proper motion capture shit, which is fucking cool. And I'd like to get into that, so that'd sort of be my next step, I guess. Um, yeah, they made this game. This is old, but a game film. So it's meant to seem like a game, but it's just a short film. I think I'd kind of like to make something like that as a way that I don't have to fully get into developing a game yet, but have something to show of what I'm doing because you have to when you're studying, but also I don't know, I like the format. It looks so fucking cool. Um, so maybe that's what I'm trying to make. The big idea I have today is I just want to get this character set up, do some hair, the clothes and shit I already did. Um, let's get a material for that actually. Um, yeah. Yeah. Oops. Uh, Mm. Oops. I don't know what I just did. Whoops. Did not mean to do that. Yeah, so I just want to get this guy set up. Um, and make a little environment. Oh yeah, the reason I don't like what I've heard from Alfred Pietroni was because one of the series he did, the one that I wrote about, the Granted Wish capsule, um, it's like a large collection of these kinds of things. What the- okay. Amiga was probably not the one for this anyway. Can't remember if I had a thing saved. There's like an article. Maybe this one. Yes, there's like a whole series. Really cool. I find it really fun. The thing I didn't like was that two things. Like that in making it, he said it was like to empower women and fucking blah blah blah, whatever. Whatever. I mean, some people might be into that, but I just feel like it always feels stupid to hear that. Um, and just some like grand bullshit statement, I guess. It's not necessarily that that bothered me as much as that in tandem with the title, which because he said that he's inspired by Silent Hill, um, and does reference the second game a lot, um, that it kind of makes me think that the title could be a reference to Born from a Wish, which is the DLC of the story about Maria. Um, which if you don't know Silent Hill 2, I would recommend it. I do not support the new one, and that can be completely like a jokey thing of like, oh, just what elitist, whatever. I don't care. It's not about that. I know that it's really hard to access a lot of those games. You can download them. Otherwise, yeah, like I was very lucky to have a copy of the original PlayStation 2 game. Me and my sibling found it in an op shop when I was like 11 or 12 or something. Um, so that was very lucky, and it became my favorite thing ever. Like, you wouldn't understand it all, but I was just like enamored, and I have been ever since. Um, yeah, I don't know where I'm going with this at the moment. It's something. Um, yeah, so the whole thing with Silent Hill 2, oh yeah, I was gonna say that yes, it's hard to access. You definitely can find emulators online. There are plenty of free things. I will say there is that. Yes, it is still hard to do if you don't know how to do those things. There's plenty of tutorials. You can find it if you really want to. It just takes a lot of work. Um, and also the new one, I think it's shit, and also it's like 100 and something. I don't know. Who gives a fuck? Um, Gone on a lot of tangents. I don't like. I don't think it needs a remake. I get that a lot of people want that for it to be a more immersive experience. I like the original, and I found it very immersive. Everyone I've ever showed it to gets really immersed in it. Um, I feel like it's really affecting, like as a horror. There's so much to say about it. But the stories within it, like it's deeply disturbing, and I think it touches on very specific traumas, um, very well, and that's why I don't like that they've done this remake of this. Like, I mean, I can't blame anyone for a cash grab, I guess, but not that they need it. Like, I hate Bloober Team. They don't know how to handle topics of mental health and trauma. That was really evident with like Layers of Fear. Um, and that's what Silent Hill 2 is about. It's literally about sexual trauma, um, suicide. It's about murder. It's about disability. It's about violent misogyny. There's a lot going on in it, and it can be really triggering. So I do apologize for mentioning that if that's really triggering. But I think it's just done so fucking well, especially with the way that you are affected. You're playing as the guy who killed his wife, and the sort of experience you have of being that character, um, it fucks with you quite a bit. Like, I don't know, I really love it. And I don't think it needed a remake. I think the original was affecting. Um, yeah. Anyway, I don't want to spoil it all if you do want to play it or if you already know about Silent Hill. But my issue with Pietroni was that if he is referencing a Born from a Wish, it's the story of like the original manic pixie dream girl. Like the idea of that this guy has created his like perfect woman, right? And Maria has to come to terms with the fact that she's not real. She was created by this violent misogynist. She is the hypersexualized depiction of his disabled wife who was suffering that he killed. And I don't think it's a like mercy killing that everyone thinks it is. No. I think he's just pathetic. Um but yeah, it's a really dark and disturbing story. And here Pietron is being like, yeah, this is about empowering women. And I feel like if it is a reference to Born from Wish, which I don't know, if it is, what the fuck? What are we doing? What are you saying? It's just I don't know. Men missing the point, I guess. All right. Back off my rant. There's more things I want to say, but also I don't know. Trying to actually do things while I talk because I will just not do things. Just gonna try out some different hair texture. Um, big or small? Mm. Mm. Yeah, I love it. Not sure what I was imagining for the hair. Mm. Just turn it off for now for a sec. Just want to kind of think about what I feel like doing. Mm. It's not that. Let's go back here. I think you need some front bits. Anyway, despite what I said, the I like the work. I like the format it's in and the visual aesthetics going on and the idea of, yeah, like this combining of like horror fashion. I think that was kind of cool. So I'm interested in what I would make of this, I guess. Not too far down. I'm trying to draw inspiration from that. Um, as much as I hate the faux sentiment. uh, yeah. Also with the new one, it's not just about Bloober Team being shit. It's also like Konami's shit. Obviously, Silent Hills never came out. The thing that PT was supposed to be a teaser for, like the playable teaser for Silent Hills, um, is because of Konami. Like they kind of fucked over Kojima, which also apparently is a lot of shit about Kojima now. But I don't know. Um, yeah, I feel like they're just kind of running Silent Hill into the ground, and it's just, I mean, people obviously buy it. People obviously want the new shit, so that's cool. I'm glad that they have what they're after. But I just don't personally want to know about it or really care about playing it or whatever. I like the original. I enjoy it. Um, I love the music from it. Listen to it a lot. Sort of what helps me with my anxiety. Weirdly enough, even like the creepy sound, the ambience. I don't know why, but it works for me. Well, that's really annoying. Hey, what's up? I'm Angel Maggot. Welcome back to the Peace Stream. Even though this is the same recording, well, same video, I think. Um, bit of an explanation to why the videos kind of trail off and why they've been especially shit. Like I know I've only just started and they're probably gonna be shit for a bit. I still didn't buy the microphone. I do need to do that. Um, had a bit of a health scare, so a bit of a serious moment. Not that I'm capable of that. um, so the reason that things were trailing off and why I was just like lacking capacity or energy and I kind of like kept forgetting shit. Basically I was unintentionally starving myself. I've had an ED since I was like 7 maybe, like when I was a kid. But it's sort of, touch and go, getting things under control, but then I didn't realize it had gotten so bad again. So yeah, I was literally starving myself without realizing. And I'm getting help now, so on track, but it's also like a rough time. So hopefully I'll have more energy. I've got this fucking gigantic protein smoothie with me, which I'm struggling to get through at the moment, but basically I just need to put better shit into my diet or anything into my diet sometimes. Um on like a weird, like somewhat cool but also mainly pretty weird dysphoric kind of shit. Dysphoria is probably not the right word for that, but um, being so with if you've ever had an ED or like sorry if anyone does and it's a rough topic, kind of try to normalize talking about it and being honest about shit because it's rough. I've got a monitor in my arm, which kind of makes me very hyper aware of my body and aware of my food. But it's so that basically my I'm working with a dietitian and like a doctor and stuff that it's possible that starving myself has led to a pre-diabetic condition. Didn't know that was a thing, but yeah, monitoring what I eat, how things go, um, like it's good in terms of it's making me have to follow the regiment because they can see that. But it feels a little bit weird and a little bit like being policed. But I guess in my case, I kind of need something, not being policed, but I don't know. Need some monitoring, need some help. So we're doing that. It's hard. If anyone else said that, sorry. It's things are difficult. Um, yeah, basically because I fucked up my metabolism by starving myself, and just like eating sometimes, maybe once a day, has completely screwed up my metabolism, which then fucks up the insulin, and it's like a bunch of shit that I don't even understand. But part of it's kind of interesting of like knowing what's going on inside your body, but also the other side of it being so aware of my food and aware of what I um aware of my body and things like that. But in my head, I'm like, maybe I'm just like a really cool cyborg. um, so that's why I kind of trail off and stopped doing things I wanted to do in the videos and like had no energy and just kind of um so yeah, it's good to have an explanation, I guess, and be on the road to recovery, whatever that looks like. Currently it looks like being a very boring cyborg with an implant in my arm. Um yeah, I'm excited to be getting the help that I am, that the doctors and shit that I have don't come from a place of judgment. I mean, some of them do. I've had to change doctors so fucking much. Not because of like the judgment or whatever, because fucking whatever. I'm just here to get my shit done and go. Um, it's more like having doctors take shit that's happening seriously is such a weird experience for me. Just with like other conditions as well, not just this, but a lot of like physical health. I guess this is physical health, but also mental health. But yeah. So there's that. I just kind of wanted to explain, I guess, why it's been so shit. Like I have these ideas of what I want to do. One, I need to plan what I'm doing better, but um yeah, trailing off. I kept forgetting things a lot because literally like your body's like, cool, we're dying. Like I'm not gonna dedicate energy to these things because we don't have any. All that chat. So I haven't done anything in Blender since the last time I was on here. I was working on doing some hair on this, but I guess I deleted it. I don't know. I just had to go through and do all the textures again because I moved a bunch of shit on my computer without thinking. So if anything suddenly goes all pink, it's just that wherever your materials were stored, it doesn't know how to direct it back to that. So went through, did that. I want to do hair today. I want to try and just make some shit fun. Um, yeah, see what we can do. I was trying to work with my mouse, but it's pissing the fuck off, so I'm just using my mouse pad at the moment. And trying to drink this fucking monstrous protein smoothie. Uh, yeah. So yeah, let's try to do some hair. I don't know what I'm doing with this at the moment, but we're just gonna do. We're just gonna make something. I think I tried on, or maybe. Nah, I need to set up some shit. So on a more fun, interesting topic of eating, uh, I watched this show called Cannibal, like cannibal with what to say with a C, yeah, with a G. It's a Japanese horror show. Highly recommend. Probably the best thing I've ever seen. I just like I loved it. Like I'm a big fan of Japanese horror, and it's been a while since I've watched any. Um, what am I doing? It kind of like I kind of forget the way that a lot of Japanese horror is like structured and how different that is from, Hollywood shit. And then also even going to things like similar deal with like Australian horror and sort of these it's interesting seeing the way that changes in different locations. But big fan of Japanese horror. Um they do have trigger warnings on all the episodes. I think I watched it was on Hulu, Disney or something in there. Um I do not have those accounts. I am a leech and I steal from other people on that front. With their consent, so it's not really stealing nowadays. Maybe not before, but I hate that you can't share those accounts anymore either. There was always like a deal with friends, you kind of just like split different things, but now they're like, that's late stage capitalism. So I tried making a full head of hair and I didn't like it. That's what I remember. Um, but maybe I will do that just sort of for the purposes of showing how to do that, or at least how I know how to do that. Sure, there's plenty of ways. I'm just gonna hide the eyes because that's really annoying. Um, so yeah, the every episode has trigger warnings and stuff. What I will say is that, for what it's worth, I think it's handled very well, but um, there is stuff on SA, like on sexual assault and PDF. I don't know if you can say that sort of thing, but um, there's a storyline in there, or a couple maybe. One main one that has to do with a pedophile. Um, so very triggering topics. Also, the fact it's real into gore and body horror. It's intense. The psychological stuff, the disturbing shit. I think it's all handled really well. Like as someone who's gone through that kind of trauma, not the cannibalism trauma, but the other stuff. Um, I personally just think it was handled really well, and that's not something you get from Hollywood. So there's already that clear difference. Not true across all like Japanese media necessarily. I mean, or across any form of media, but I liked it. I thought it was fucking great, and no one I know has watched it, and I need to talk to people about it because it's so good. Um, yeah, I loved it. The cast popped the fuck off, like so good. The acting was amazing. I know, I just don't have any complaints about it. It was just fucking great. It's deeply disturbing in so many ways. Um, but yeah, I just stumbled across it when I was having a look because now I'm out of uni, off the semester, and trying to just focus on what am I doing? I'm just gonna restart that because my brain died for a second. Um, yeah, sometimes we'll try to go look for like a new show, something I haven't heard of, because obviously, like people can tell you certain things, recommend things, but I wait quite a long time to watch. This is just like the fucking shitty film bro inside is that like I don't want to watch things that people are like, yeah, that's great. But then when I tell someone's it's great, I want them to go watch it. So I understand that's completely stupid. Um, I do watch those things. Like with all the hype on the Backrooms movie, I wasn't gonna go say it. Like I want to watch it at some point, but I was kind of like, like I'll get to it. I don't want to. One, I don't want to go to the cinema because everything I've had in the cinema's always gotten ruined. So I don't really like going. I think that's too far down because I remember they did the neck kind of weird, but that's fine. Um, I did go see the movie though on a bit of a whim yesterday. Was it the day before? No, it was on Monday. Um, just because my sibling wanted to go see it and was like, "This is the time. Probably won't be people there, so let's go do that." And I was having a really boring admin day and a bit of a depressy time with all this like fucking monitor bullshit. It's not bullshit, it's helpful. I'm just being grumpy about it. I'm just trying to create a bit of a hairline. It's not going well, but it's fine. Oh, fuck off, sticky keys. I don't. Okay, I'm gonna try and get rid of that in a second. But we're just gonna make this whole head. I'm gonna sign it, and then I'm gonna find fucking sticky keys. Eat my nuts. How about that? No, I don't want any fucking sticky keys. Off. Okay. Um. Yeah. Did go see the movie. It's good. I enjoyed it. What I didn't enjoy was exactly what I thought would happen. Is that the cinema was basically empty. There was only like a couple people, so that's great. But one, the cinema was not accessible. And because I've had a really bad pain flare that I've been stuck in for a while, so I've got nerve pain with my spine, and basically sometimes I struggle to walk. So I use like a rollator walker, which I scored at Savers if anyone's after like a something like that, kind of like a mobility aid that's not, they don't really do electric ones, but any sort of, yeah, rollator walker. I mean, they always have crutches and shit like that, but anything like that, sometimes wheelchairs, um, would highly recommend going there because fucking they just rake in the cash on anything related to like disability. Just it's so fucked up. You should have access to those things. So I think I got mine for like $17. Was very lucky. Um, yeah, I use that when I'm struggling, and basically there was an elevator to get into the cinema. So that was good. But fuck, the getting into the cinema, like I'd have to go get someone to maybe give back access or something. But I was able to go stairs because I wasn't too bad that I got someone to carry up my walker and then use the rails sort of help get upstairs. And there wasn't too many, so it was okay. But like shit sucks. Um among the, dealing with ableist cunts literally fucking everywhere like rats. Um, but that's a whole other thing. So yeah, the thing I was worried about happening was there being kids there because, backrooms meme, it's a, I don't know, fucking 3-year-olds are on TikTok apparently. I'm gonna sound like a boomer when I talk about internet shit because like I I got internet access when I was young, but extremely restricted. Like we were poor, so we didn't really have tech or anything for a long time. Um, and when I did, it was still really limited. But I grew up as like the internet was becoming a thing. Um, but yeah, so weird to think of like the way that the internet is now. This is so creepy looking in it. Meow. Um, the kids that were there was like a couple families. Their kids, I swear to God, they're like grade 2, like so fucking tiny. Should not have been in that film. Not only is it a horror film, it is like it's gory, it's intense, it's yeah, pretty fucked up. Probably. I mean, I guess I watched movies young, but I was still like older than that. We grew up watching horror movies, but shit, I don't think that young. But yeah, they were just like being fucking annoying, and so I told them that I hope they have nightmares. Um, Sorry. The But yeah, but it was fine for the most part. But yeah, fuck, it just like ruins it a little bit just by being annoying. But whatever. Not as bad as when we went to see Longlegs, which I loved Longlegs. I know a lot of people are a bit about it. Love it. I'm a big Cage fan. I grew up watching all his movies, and so I his performance in it, it didn't seem like memey or weird that I guess the way people thought because that's just it just made sense. I was like, yeah, of course. Like of course he's gonna play it like this. Um and it didn't take me out of the immersion at all. It made me feel like I love that shit. I love those kinds of movies. All right, so we got the whole head. I don't actually know if I'm really gonna get very far with doing this today. We'll see how long I plan to record. Um, Top of head. Assign. Get rid of that. Select. And we're gonna do the bottom. Assign. Okay, on top of head. Select. Just kind of putting it into quadrants. So I've just done the halves. Did the whole, did the half. And then we're gonna create these as the vertex group. Or I didn't say that. Object data properties. Sorry, these are the vertex groups here. What's left? Oh shit. Left, top, head. Yeah, I recommend. Like, I think go watch it if you like weird shit. I mean, I honestly, I would be when I heard that they made the sets, like the back rooms. I was like, I don't even want to see the movie. I just want to go see the sets. Like, I want to just go roam around and get lost in there. I would much rather that. The movie was great, not to deny that at all. It was great, but knowing that that's there, I'm like, fuck, I want to go. I want to go. I want to go. I want to go. Let me in there. Match top of head. Sign. Okay. Nope. Select. Left bottom. Sign. Select. But it was enjoyable. It was unexpected in some ways, so that was cool. Um, because I'd heard a little bit. I try not to look at anything. Let's turn that off. Um, yeah, try not to look at. I mean, I don't really spend time on social media nowadays anyway. But yeah, the only spoilers that I got, I think, was listening to Creepcast. They spent like 15 minutes talking about it, or 20 minutes, I think. I only listened to like a couple minutes before it got like really spoilery. Um, which I won't spoil things if people do want to go watch it. Um, the only thing I'll say is that the when I was told that the pirate character, which I had an idea about what that was not what I expected at all. I had a totally different idea in my head about that. Um, so that was like, whoa, okay. Um, yeah, big fan of Kane Pixel's work. Like the oldest view, I think, is still like the best. People Still live here is really sick. I think he's meant to be continuing that. Also, sorry, I'm touching my monitor. It feels weird. Very aware of it. Sometimes I'm like, speaking of, I do hear that Alex Kister, a guy that made Mandela Catalog, is working on a film or a series or something. Love Mandela Catalog. There's one he did that's not part of Mandela Catalog, but I honestly want that to be a movie. It was about this like phobia of plants, and I keep looking here. It's not the camera's up there. Um, I have to find it because that was so fucking cool. It's just like mainly of like voice talking about this experience of this fear of plants that becomes this like psychological and almost body horror like. I think that would be sick. Like I want monster movies to come back. I guess they are a thing still, but not not like the old ones. Okay. Head. Did I make a hair material? Is that a hair? Yes. Um. Oop. Yeah, it was good. I'd like to watch it again without annoying children. And also, I had to pee really bad, so I missed a couple of minutes. But it was not like an eventful few minutes anyway. But just gonna try to do some kinda short hair. See how we go. Things have kind of changed a little bit in how to do this stuff. Might just keep an extra window. Um, yeah, I don't really know what I want this to look like. I just want to do something. That's the point of this. Yeah, I don't know if I forgot to say things. Alganable. So it's a short series. I think it was only 2 seasons. And they're pretty short. They're highly immersive. Like I think I took a couple of days to watch it 'cause I was trying not to just fuck up my sleep schedule again. Um, what am I doing? Left bottom. Let's go with that one. Um, I feel like I just want to watch it again. I'm gonna end up just like this talking to myself about it because it's I need someone to watch it, and it's probably gonna end up being me again watching it. So good. Oops. That looks fine. Maybe this is the vibe. We just do fry tuck. Oh no, fry tucks are on the sides. Never mind. Just folding, I guess. I was gonna do maybe like a skullet or something. It's kind of my go-to, just because I don't have to do a full head of hair. But I'm gonna do it, see how it looks anyway. Uh, oops, I forgot to do that. Shape. Oop, do like 5. I need to turn my phone off. It's just things keep coming up. Um, I don't even know if I could say anything because I don't like spoiling stuff. Like maybe saying something's good or that I think it's good might a little bit, but it's just my opinion. I don't know what I'm going for at the moment. Kind of like a wavy something. Kind of looking like wet hair a little bit. I don't know if that's what I want, but that's what we're doing right now. Um, on the topic of horror, I just started reading Julia Kristeva's The Powers of Horror, an essay on objection, which has been recommended to me a lot, and I just never read it. Which I was warned. It's dense. It's dense. It's also kind of flouty and like, it's a French text. Um, but I can kind of see the connections, which I think I said in another video, but because it's such a, I don't know, heavy text. I also got myself a book that I was very excited to read. It's this one here, the Countersexual Manifesto by Paul B. Preciado. I don't know if I pronounced his name right, but he's been recommended a lot. Not this book, but I really wanted to read this one. I think the one I was recommended was Testo Junkie, which I will read next. I think it's before this, technically, in terms of when he wrote it, but this is just making me very excited and sort of getting into like trans theory, queer theory, and more of a fun text to me. Like it's still theory, it's still some dense things, but enjoying it very, very much. Um, where's the other one? Right bottom. That's what I'm going for. Um. Oh, right. It was supposed to be short. Oh, not that. Like I'm getting sick or something. I would usually subdivide the roots, but I kind of don't see the point in doing that right now. It's just the bottom part. And we're just testing it. I don't know if you need to do that for the newer versions where you sort of add more here to sort of have things fall in a different way, but I'm not really using physics for this either. Just like there's not going to be any movement or animation to the hair right now. Don't feel like it. Um, oops. I am kind of liking the bald head actually. Maybe I won't do the top. I'll do it for if it's helpful to see. Not that I'm really doing this as a tutorial, but I don't want to have to fix that also. Don't feel like doing that. And I think I just did 5. Clump. And I'm just going to refer back to the other one that I did and just copy that over. 0.28. Whoop, whoop. Womp, womp, womp. Wave 0.5. Womp. 1898. And we might change that down a bit. Yeah. I don't know why, I just kind of like it. Um, let's do the top anyway. The idea that I had for this scene, whether or not I actually do it, was gonna be like this space that's like a kind of like the expanding on the flesh tunnel thing that I made, the tutorial on the cave system, and having it connect to rooms, like a bedroom. Um, and just have this character just like walking around. I haven't thought that much further than that. Um, I was thinking of like LSD dream emulator in like I think it's just called the flesh tunnels. I'll have to look it up, but and it's this section that I love. Dream emulator. Just go to the wiki or something and have a look. Where is the wiki fandom? Um, flesh tunnels. Yep. Like obviously different to what I was making, more like a realistic texture, whatever that means. But I love this section. It has these like creepy little baby guys that dance around. Yeah, they are. These little guys. Also, I know that this is a rare game. Ew, what the I don't okay. I don't want to see that. You can access the game for free online to play on Internet Archive if it's still up there. It just emulates it. Yeah, so it'll take a little bit to load, but it was a little bit glitchy when I played it. Like I mean, I honestly thought that was intentional. Like I thought it was supposed to be glitchy and shit, like the music that Osamu Sato made for it. Um, but apparently not, even though it was still a vibe. But yeah, do recommend giving it a play. It's good fun. I kind of want to make just like little weird spaces, little dream spaces or whatever, and think of it that way. I think kind of helps me be less like, what is it for? What's it about? All this bullshit. Like, I don't. I just want to make some weird shit. I want to make these weird little rooms that are connected by flesh and have it like I don't know where these guys reside. Just they live in a little flesh place. I don't know. Does it need more than that? Maybe. Uh, yeah, my brain's pretty empty at the moment, so I don't have any grand ideas for anything. Is my point at the moment. Right top of it. Just having fun. Oops. Hmm. Maybe this should be distant. Oop, that's too much. Just want to help it kind of sit a bit better. I don't know. What does that look like? I don't know. Don't know if that's quite right, but um, I'll probably do a video to show actually how to do hair rather than just stuffing around at the moment. Mm, yeah, no. Just do it flatter. You know what? I have one gripe with the Backrooms movie, and this will be a spoiler, is Kat's head being in the fridge. I guess it's sort of like, I guess she'd show up somewhere to like tie up a loose end, but I don't know. I don't get it. Not in a fun way, just kind of like a, okay, so she died or you killed her. The only thing I thought would be interesting is if he thought she was going to come back if he kept her, and more on that of like, would her duplicate be there or something? I don't know, something with that. I feel like something there was kind of missing. Yeah. I'm gonna make this layer shorter, but at the moment I'm just gonna leave it. I think that's the only thing I was kind of just like, oh, okay. Like, I gathered she probably died or just got lost. I don't know. But yeah, the fact it's like, what actually happened there? Am I really that interested in that? I don't know, maybe not. I don't know. It's a bit like there were definitely some gimmicky things in it, but it's not necessarily bad. Like the seagull jump scare stuff and uh the quick switch of Clark's character. Like, obviously, I guess it's not actually quick because we don't know how long he was in there, but eh, don't know. Maybe will feel differently when I watch it again eventually. We're also supposed to see there's like a 16-minute end sequence that was supposed to be on some of the screenings, and they were like, nah, we accidentally got sent the wrong copy, so we don't have that. So it's like, okay, that sucks. But whatever. Still great. Still was great. Um, yeah, I don't know how much of that was like Hollywood shit or how much of that was Kane. Dun-dun-dun. So I was doing the wave. Five, one, 5, 1. No. But maybe 4, 3, 4. Oh, whoops. Mm. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do too much at the moment. I kind of just want to finish the character, I think, is probably it. Um, and then do some brainstorming on what I feel like doing if there's a project or something, because this is not really exactly a project. It's just kind of having some fun, even though I look like zoned out and serious all the time when I'm working. It's not a lot going on in my head at the moment. Listening to Ellie Aquila also, if that's of interest. Techno artist. It's pretty chill though at the moment. Yeah, let's just add the rest of the hair and then see what we're working with, and then I'll probably just move the fuck on. Do something. But getting back into digital painting, so I'm trying to figure out. So I got an iPad. I'm an iPad kid now officially. It was a gift, a very expensive gift. Um, but it's been really nice to get back into. Um, Coming full circle as I go back to game design and shit like that with my practice as it has for the last few years, and then all the way back to digital painting, which I was doing around that time when I started doing game design as a teen, as a wee teen, as a wee baby. Okay, left top of head. Um, yeah, kind of trying to figure out what I want to do with that, like what style I'm doing. At the moment, I'm just kind of painting. Um, just like creepypasta shit, like stuff that I'm trying to do for the business. And just enjoying sort of getting back into it. Um, yeah, and just also just practicing and playing. But there's something in between 3D stuff and that I kind of want to pull together somehow. I don't know what that looks like. There was just like vague ideas in my head about it. Um, but we shall see. Yeah, dude. Mm-mm. Nope, don't like that. Mm, not enjoying this. If anyone, if there is anyone watching, if you know the name of, there's this manga or comic, I'm actually not sure which. So I read it years and years and years ago, on a manga site, like an app. Um, but it was very like 80s comic style in like a, I don't know. I keep trying to find it. I swear it starts with like a C or a K, and it's about this like what the fuck is happening? I'm losing it. What am I doing? This is why we're moving on because I don't want to keep getting stuck. Um, and it's about this like scientist guy, and he creates kind of like a T virus in like Resident Evil. Um, and he infects this woman. Like he infects a lot of people. I think he infects himself as well at some point, but basically it makes them like superhumans, and they grow these like wicked spikes out of them and become like kind of, I don't know. I genuinely can't remember if I don't know what it's called. I don't know. I just know that they grew these like hectic spikes, and specifically grew spikes like from where their genitals are. It was just be like this gigantic spike, and same with like their boobs. But they also had spikes everywhere else, and they became these like weapons basically. Um, but I think it was supposed to be like an allegory for SA, and but she then ends up like, killing the guy and taking revenge and becoming powerful and stuff, and it was really cool, but I have no idea what it was. I'm really mad that I can't find it now. Oh, I don't want to keep doing the stupid hair. I'm just gonna leave it like that. It's fine. Bum, ba-dum, bum. Yeah, sorry things have been so lackluster in here. I swear I would like to get better and get a microphone, but also just be a little more project focused. But also I'm trying to be a little patient with myself because once again recovering. But what did I do? 150. Not much else to report. Honestly, just trying to fucking finish this so I can go do something else. I want to figure out something to do. I just feel like my brain's been so empty, just survival mode shit. 434. I don't know what my mood is today. I've had 3 fucking admin days now, and tomorrow will also be another one. And I just wanted to have an art week, but it's not. It's annoying. Good enough. It's a little bit shit, but I will work on that. There's some hair, there's a character. Don't know. Don't know what kind of style I want to go for or what I want to do with this, but I did enjoy trying to make something a bit different. One, learning how to properly work with bodies that are thicker has been a good learning curve to get away from just like the boring skinny bodies. Not that skinny bodies are boring, but that working with them as models was getting boring for me because there was nothing in it. It just felt like copy paste. It wasn't, I don't know, more involved like I wanted it to be and more, I don't know. I find it more interesting to work with thicker bodies and having a thicker body. Yeah, it's been a good learning curve. I am enjoying continuously trying new things. Um, I want to learn how to better make some clothes. So maybe I'll try that next time, but I think I'm probably going to leave it there for now. This was a bit short, but it's something. I'll do something with it and we'll probably make a video about it. But um yeah, that's gonna be it for the peace stream. Sorry it's been so shit, but I will be back and I will do better. Thanks, love you, bye.